Priya was a bright, bubbly 22-year-old, just like many others her age. She had a zest for life that was infectious, and her laughter could light up any room. She loved to dance, spend time with friends, and dreamed of traveling the world. Her weekends were often filled with spontaneous adventures and late-night conversations under the stars. Then, one day, Priya noticed something different. It was subtle at first, just a small tingling sensation on her lip that she brushed off as nothing. But soon that tingling sensation turned into a cluster of tiny, painful blisters. She tried to ignore it, hoping it would go away on its own, but the discomfort only grew. A visit to the doctor brought news that shocked her. She had oral herpes, also known as herpes simplex virus type 1. The diagnosis felt like a punch to the gut, leaving her reeling. Priya felt alone, confused, and scared. She had so many questions and so few answers. The stigma surrounding herpes made her feel isolated, as if she were the only one going through this. She wondered how this could happen to her, and what it meant for her future. Would she ever be able to kiss someone again without fear? How would this affect her relationships and her dreams? Little did she know Priya's experience was far from unique. Herpes is one of the most common viral infections in the world, and many people live with it without even knowing. Millions of people around the world live with herpes, facing similar feelings of uncertainty and fear. They too grapple with the stigma and the misconceptions that surround the virus. Priya's story serves as a reminder that herpes is more common than we think, affecting people from all walks of life. It doesn't discriminate based on age, gender, or background. By understanding herpes, its symptoms, and the resources available, we can empower ourselves and others to navigate the challenges of this common viral infection. Education and support are key to breaking the stigma and helping those affected lead fulfilling lives. Priya found solace in connecting with others who shared her experience. Through support groups and educational resources, she learned that she was not alone and that life with herpes is manageable. With time, Priya regained her confidence and continued to pursue her dreams, knowing that her diagnosis did not define her. Her journey is a testament to the strength and resilience of the human spirit.
Herpes is a viral infection caused by the herpes simplex virus. It is one of the most prevalent infections worldwide, affecting millions of people across different age groups and demographics. There are two main types, HSV-1, which usually causes oral herpes, and HSV-2, typically associated with genital herpes. HSV-1 often leads to cold sores around the mouth, while HSV-2 results in sores in the genital area. Both types are incredibly common, with HSV-1 affecting an estimated 2/3 of the global population under 50. This means that billions of people carry the virus, often without even knowing it. That's right, a significant portion of the world has HSV. The virus is so widespread that it is almost considered a normal part of human life. While HSV-1 is primarily spread through oral contact like kissing or sharing utensils, HSV-2 is usually transmitted through sexual contact. It's important to note that both types can be transmitted even when no symptoms are present. The good news is that both types of herpes are manageable. With proper medical care and lifestyle adjustments, individuals can lead healthy lives without significant disruptions. Understanding the basics of herpes is the first step in removing the stigma surrounding it and encouraging open conversations about sexual health. By educating ourselves and others, we can foster a more supportive and informed community.
Oral herpes, the kind Priya experienced, is often characterized by cold sores or fever blisters. These small, fluid-filled blisters can appear on the lips, around the mouth, and even inside the mouth. They are often painful and can take a week or two to heal completely. However, many people with HSV-1 never experience any symptoms at all. They carry the virus without ever knowing it. Even if you don't experience visible symptoms, it's important to remember that HSV-1 can still be spread through saliva. Practicing safe hygiene, like avoiding sharing utensils or kissing when you have an active cold sore, can help prevent transmission. Genital herpes caused by HSV-2 can be a bit more complex than its oral counterpart. Like oral herpes, it can cause painful blisters, typically on the genitals, rectum, or buttocks. These blisters can be extremely uncomfortable and distressing. These blisters can break open, leaving sores that can take time to heal. The healing process can be slow and painful, often requiring careful hygiene and medical attention. Genital herpes can also cause flu-like symptoms during the first outbreak, which can be more severe than subsequent ones. Symptoms like fever, body aches, and swollen lymph nodes can accompany the blisters, making the initial outbreak particularly challenging. Sadly, genital herpes carries a significant social stigma, leading to shame, guilt, and secrecy. This stigma is often fueled by misinformation and fear, making it difficult for those affected to seek help. This stigma can prevent open conversations about sexual health and discourage people from seeking testing and treatment. The fear of judgment can be a major barrier to getting the care and support needed. Remember, having genital herpes does not define you. It's important to understand that you are not alone, and many people live with this condition. It's a common viral infection, and with the right information and support, you can live a healthy and fulfilling life. Education and awareness are key to breaking the stigma and ensuring that everyone can access the care they need without fear or shame.
Section 5. The emotional roller coaster. Living with an invisible condition. Receiving a herpes diagnosis, whether oral or genital, can be emotionally challenging. The initial shock can give way to feelings of fear, anger, sadness, and even isolation. You might worry about what others will think, how it will affect your relationships and your overall health. These emotions are entirely valid. It's essential to remember that you're not alone in this journey. Many people living with herpes experience similar emotional responses. Talking to a trusted friend, family member, or therapist can provide invaluable support and help you process these complex feelings.
Section 6. Herpes: the truth about severity and treatment. One of the most common questions people have about herpes is, how bad is it? The truth is, the severity of herpes varies greatly from person to person. Some people experience frequent and painful outbreaks, while others have mild symptoms or none at all. While there is no cure for herpes, antiviral medications can effectively manage the virus. These medications can reduce the frequency, duration, and severity of outbreaks. They can also lower the risk of transmitting the virus to others. Recognizing herpes, what to look for. Knowing what to look for can help you identify herpes and seek timely medical attention. As we discussed, oral herpes often presents as cold sores or fever blisters around the mouth. These blisters are usually filled with fluid and can be painful. Genital herpes can manifest as blisters on the genitals, rectum, or buttocks. These blisters can break open, leaving sores that can be tender and uncomfortable. If you notice any unusual sores or blisters in these areas, it's crucial to consult a healthcare professional for diagnosis and treatment.
Living a full life with herpes? Yes, you can. Here's the good news. Having herpes doesn't mean you can't live a normal, healthy, and fulfilling life. Millions of people with herpes have families, enjoy intimate relationships, and lead active social lives. Managing herpes involves understanding your triggers, taking antiviral medications as prescribed, and practicing safe hygiene and sexual practices. By taking proactive steps, you can minimize outbreaks and reduce the risk of transmission.
Breaking the silence. Seeking support and information. One of the most important things you can do if you're living with herpes is to break the silence. Talk to your doctor, reach out to support groups, and educate yourself about the virus. There are numerous resources available to provide accurate information, emotional support, and practical advice. Remember, you don't have to navigate this journey alone.
Your health, your journey. Take charge today. Priya's story, like the stories of countless others living with herpes, is a reminder that knowledge is power. By understanding herpes, we can challenge the stigma surrounding it and empower ourselves and others to make informed decisions about our health. If you have concerns about herpes, don't hesitate to reach out to your healthcare provider. They can provide testing, accurate information, and discuss treatment options if necessary. Remember, your health is your journey, and taking charge starts with a single step.